Good morning everybody, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a Tuesday, it's the first day back to work after the cleaning expo. It's great to meet everyone there, so if you came up and said hello, thank you. It was awesome meeting loads of you. Loads of people came up and were having a chat, which was awesome. So yeah, it was a really fun day actually. But enough of that, we're back to work guys, and I'm a bit tired. I'm still suffering from that hangover, to be honest. It was about 3 days ago. But this is what we're doing today. This should be one of the transformations of the year, I think. A really dark flat tiled roof, which is going to come up lovely and light. It's going to look amazing when we're done. So we're doing garage, front, side, back of all of it. And we also have a special guest today. We've got my dad. Say hello, Dad.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, Dad. Dad's come down to help me. Kev's on holiday, so doing roof jobs like this, big ones on your own, is a bit of a pain. So my old pa's come down to help. He's quite experienced anyway. I think this will only be his second steam cleaning of a roof. But he knows what he's doing, he's sound as a pound. So yeah, I'll have him filming a bit throughout the day. I've got both the vans here. I need to go fill it with fuel in a minute actually, but roads were rammo this morning. But yeah, another quick look at the job before we begin. Look at that. So these are going to be a completely different colour. I'm going to start on the lower part, just so I can warm up a bit, and then the scaffolding is all set up ready to go up there. So, and what is the time? 9 o'clock, and we're all set up ready to go. So yeah, nice one folks, enjoy the video. This is going to be a good one. Right then folks, the front of the garage is done and the little side parts, and now I've got this bit to tackle, so it shouldn't be too bad. The only awkward part is the other side of this chimney, so I might have to go next door to get it. But yeah, I'll figure that out when we come to it. What I'm using today, I thought I'd mention, because I'm sure a few of you will have noticed and asked about it. This is a double turbo nozzle, so it's not twice the cleaning power because it splits the flow in half. So I've got a 21 litre per minute machine. This will be doing about 11 litres per minute, well 10.5 each basically. But what helps is when you're using a single turbo, if you go a little bit too quick sometimes it leaves loads of lines behind. So you've got to go quite slow with it to make sure that you get an even clean. Whereas with this, if I'm going left to right or right to left, I've got a second turbo that's following up behind it, so it speeds up. I'm actually very impressed so far, it's doing well. So I'm just using the turbo for the edges and stuff that the flat surface cleaner can't get. I'll probably do it for this side part as well, and then flat surface clean the rest of it, which is yeah, a lot easier to do. So let's go. Okay then folks, we're round the back now and we have a long reach. Look at this. So I'm on a bit of a raised patio, which means I can get a little bit higher up, which is good, but it's a long way to the top, guys, so I should be able to reach it. I'm going to use the turbos again. It's just going to make it a little bit easier for me to get up and down the roof with that instead of all the weight resting on the roof. So, all right, let's go. Right, well that absolutely sucked. That hurt like hell. Here's a better idea of the distance. So from there up to there, it's quite a long shot. A little bit closer now. So this last bit here should be a breeze, and then I'm looking down on all of this stuff. This will come up great as well. Happy days, let's go. Right then, good morning folks, it is day 2. So yesterday we got the roof all pressure washed. I'll show you now. As you can see, it is looking glorious. Everything's all nice and clean. So today's objective is we need to get the biocide on the roof, and we need to clean the driveway, the courtyard thing at the top here, and all of the patio as well. But I thought what I'd show you today is a very exciting new little toy I've got. So this is the brand new dosedemon from GK Pro. So this is a dosatron. You guys seen the one I've been using in my previous videos for applying biocide on roofs. This is their new and improved version, which is just a little bit easier to use. So all of this case, it's all one sort of mold as well. So there's no moving parts, you're going to get no splits, no leaks in it at all. The only part that isn't one piece is the lid. But yeah, this is the kit, so it's just a basic dosatron. For biocide, you've got the tank, which is approximately 10 litres. The main issue with the previous box was it was hard to pour in because the hole was quite small on it. So you'd end up spilling that all in the tub. Whereas with this, you can just pour the biocide in nice and easy, and it will sit in the tank lovely. They've also got these fittings on the side now, so you've got a handy one for out. So that's where your chemical hose will run out from there into your reel. And then on the other side, we've got the in. That's where the water goes in. So it's quite simple. You've got the pressure counter there, so you want at least 3 bar really from a tap. If it's slightly under, I think it's fine, and I think there is actually a switch on here which you can adjust, but it is preset to 3 bar, which is fine. When the water's running through, you'll know it's working because you'll start hearing a clicking noise. That means the chemical is being injected, and it's dosing it correctly. Now the other new feature is this on-off switch here. Basically you can run it just with water through it if you want to flush the system out afterwards. As you can see there, it says off, so that would be this little knob there. Turn that towards me, that's off. So if the tap is running into this now, no chemical will be coming out whatsoever, it will just be water. So what I'll do, I'll show you sort of how I'd set this up. But it's simple as pour the biocide in, screw the lid on, don't do it too tight, usually sort of a little bit of a gap just in case there's a pressure build-up in there. Water hose in there, and then on this side my chemical hose will go from this connection here. These are literally just normal tap fittings. This green chemical hose will then go into my reel, and then the reel is then connected up to my water fed pole, and it's as simple as that. I've got a tap on this just so I'm not wasting any chemical, spilling it anywhere, so I can turn it on and off when needed. We'll do like a little quick demo of me setting this up, but it is literally as simple as that. So I'm really excited to use it, and I'd highly recommend. I always said that first one that I bought, because I had one of the first ever dosedemons that came out, and as soon as I got it, I said this is probably the best thing I've ever bought for roof cleaning. It's taken all of the stress out of the chemical side of the job. So a lot of the time, especially if you're up on scaffolding and you're using like a backpack to batch mix your chemicals, you'd be up and down the scaffolding constantly, refilling it, stirring it, making sure everything's fine. The results would sometimes be a little bit uneven as well. I did have a couple of callbacks to jobs in my early days. Ever since I've used a dosatron, I have literally had zero callbacks, 0 complaints. It's been spot on. I think Dad's going to be doing the biociding today, but I'll show you how it gets set up, and then you'll see me cleaning all of this. Look, it's filthy. I think we'll be here half a day for this, I reckon. But yeah, let's see, let's go. Right then folks, so my tank is now filled. So first step, water hose in, rub the other end, pop that on the in one, lovely jubbly. Chemical hose in, chemical hose in on my reel. That one's in. Now we need to fill this up. So folks, whenever you're dealing with any biocide, glasses, gloves is a must. Let's pour this in here. Biocide is in, ready to go. That actually looks like that's more than a 10 litre tank, to be honest. But yeah, it's probably, you should probably only fill up to 10 because they can build pressure up in the system. Alright, grab the pole, unravel the hose. My tap is currently set to off. So what you always want to do is you want to load up first. There's some of that water getting through the system. Turn this off just to make sure everything's flowing correctly. You want to make sure there's no leaks in the system. So water first, make sure nothing's dripping, leaking and stuff. Make sure there's no splits in your hose, everything like that, because the last thing you want is live chemical running through and you've got a leak at the end of the pole, or you've got a leak in your hose and it's spraying all over your hands and your feet. Water first, let it run for a couple of seconds, switch on, and then as you start putting it up onto the roof, you won't see anything really happening for probably about 30 seconds, and you'll hear the machine start clicking, and then basically you'll start to see, you'll make a few spurts and then the chemical will start coming out. Let me just check actually what dilution we're set at. I nearly forgot. As you can see on that black dial there, I'll try and zoom in for you, that is currently set on 25 now. I won't need 25, that's basically 25 to 1, so for every 25 litres of water, 1 litre of biocide will be being injected in. Now this roof has been pressure washed, so the roof is extremely clean. I won't need it on that dilution at all. Basically you twist this thing to the left and that will lower it down. Right, so we're set just below 32 to 1 there, so that should be completely fine for this roof. Then what I'll do is turn the tap on, again check for any leaks. You can also check our pressure gauge as well, which should start to build. You see that black bar is building up. There we are. To be honest, I think we're close enough. This should be fine. I mean, we'll know if there's any issues. If you press the thingy on that now, no leaks on the brush, everything seems fine. I can turn it off now. And then what I will do, actually, one thing I've got to do is release all the pressure. So as soon as it starts running clear like that, happy days. Switch this to the on position. If you listen closely, we'll, when that chemical starts injecting, we'll start hearing some clicking. There we are. So we're just waiting now, waiting until we start seeing some bubbles, and we're in already, look. So now periodically now you'll be hearing the clicks. That just means it's dosing and injecting correctly. Getting some nice foamy bubbles up there on the roof now. So I'll do a quick time lapse of this while I'm setting up, and then we'll start pressure washing as well. Again, as always guys, the benefit of having a really long pole, no pun intended there, is you can biocide most of your jobs from the ground. So once the scaffolding's down, it's down. Some of them are a little bit hard to reach like this one, but you still get a nice even coverage. I'm going to start pressure washing the back now. So we've got all of this to do around here. This should come up really, really nice. So I'll start down here and work my way up there. Biocide is now all done, so Dad's just going to be swilling around some stuff off at the back while I start pressure washing all of this. I've already cut in all the edges while he was doing that, so I can probably flat surface clean most of this. The weaves aren't too bad, and I've got all down there as well. So a couple more hours, we'll do the windows before we leave as well because they are filthy, and then we're good to go. So alright, let's crack on.